Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our school board meeting tonight. We have the Pelican Chorus. We are from Pelican Elementary School. These are 4th and 5th grade students, and they have prepared some songs for you tonight. We're going to start with How Lucky You Are from Seussical the Musical.
When the news is all bad, when you're sour and blue, when you start to get mad, you should do what I do. Tell yourself how lucky you are. When your plan's going wrong, when your fate's unkind, when you're limping along, you get kicked from behind. Tell yourself how lucky you are. Why decry a cloudy sky, an empty purse, a crazy universe? My philosophy is simply things could be worse. So be happy you're here, think of life as a thrill, and if worse comes to worse, as we all know it will, thank your lucky star you've gotten this far. And tell yourself how lucky you are. How lucky, how lucky, how lucky you are.
We have a couple of our favorite school songs for you. So next we will sing It's Education and School Bell Blues.
Our forefathers, they had a plan for every one of us, to give us all a chance to live together without fuss. They knew we must be learning every minute of the day. They gave us schools and teachers to provide us with the way for stronger nation. It's education. EDUCATION for stronger nation. It's education. EDUCATION.
Thank you. Again, we are from Pelican Elementary School in Cape Coral. This is our Pelican Chorus, made up of 4th and 5th graders from Pelican Elementary School. And up next, we have a couple more school songs. We have our Give Me a Book song and 50 Nifty United States.
Give me a book, a real good book. Give me a book, a real good book.
Pelican Elementary. It's our Pelican Chorus, and we would like to share our message of peace.
Shalom, shalom, shalom to you. May peace be with you, my friend, my friend. Shalom, shalom, shalom to you. May peace be with you, my friend. May peace be with you. May peace come to you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. May peace be with you. May peace come to you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shall peace be with you? Shall peace come to you? Shall peace be with you, my friend? Shall peace be with you? Shall peace come to you? Shall peace be with you, my friend?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to begin this evening's board meeting. The school board meeting of January 24th, 2017 is now called to order. The time is 6 p.m. At this time, we request that all electronic devices be turned off and put into the silent mode. Also, we ask that you please refrain from using flash photography except during the special presentations portion of the meeting. We would like to take an opportunity to remind the members of the public of the district's mission, which is to ensure that each student achieves his or her highest personal potential, and also of the district's vision to be a world-class school system. Prior to the start of this evening's board meeting, we have been enjoying the Pelican Elementary School Chorus under the direction of Catherine Shea. The Pelican Chorus is made up of approximately 60 students in the 4th and 5th grade, and they're great. Students audition to be in the group in the fall, and then they rehearse for an hour after school once each week. These students are very excited to be here for their first televised performance. At this time, the Pelican Chorus will perform STEAM.
Science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, STEAM, STEAM, STEAM. A method of learning where classes are integrated, learning subjects in relation to each other. A system of teaching, showing students how to learn, playing to our strengths, we learn the disciplines of science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, STEAM. Science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, STEAM. Growing with the times, learning as we go, working as a team, not a one-man show. A method of learning where classes are integrated, learning subjects in relation to each other. A system of teaching, showing students how to learn, playing to our strengths, we learn the disciplines of science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, STEAM. Science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, STEAM. Growing with the times, learning as we go, working as a team, not a one-man show. Science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, STEAM, 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 STEAM.
Awesome job. At this time, we'll take a brief recess in order to clear the performance area. Thank you, kids. Great job. Adam Krupik is this evening's student representative. He is an 8th grade honor roll student at Lexington Middle School. Adam is a member of the National Junior Honor Society and plans on becoming involved in more clubs as he enters high school. And he's very creative. That's my own addition. Welcome, Adam. This evening's agenda includes the invocation, the Pledge of Allegiance, 2 recognitions, public comment, consent action items, which include 3 items under resolutions, 4 items under executive services, 2 items under academic services, 4 items under business services, 1 item under human resources, 1 item under operations, 3 items under superintendent's recommendations, and 3 items for public hearing, along with 4 items under other business. Board members, is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, moved by Mrs. LaRiviere and seconded by Mr. Teuber. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 7-0. This evening, Mrs. Giovanelli will deliver the invocation, after which Mrs. LaRiviere will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. After the special presentations portion of the agenda, a brief recess will be called to allow those who wish to leave the auditorium an opportunity to do so. Please rise now for the invocation.
Dear Lord, thank you that you promise us that where 2 or 3 are gathered, you are there in the midst. Lord, we welcome you and amongst us today and celebrate the gift of life that you have lavished upon us, each of us. We ask that you would open our ears so that we may hear your voice. May your goodness and love be present amongst us today. Come bless our gathering with unity, hope, and vision. Lord, we pray for unity. Build us all a deep respect for one another so that our community may be one. Lord, we pray for hope and peace. Come stir your hope within our hearts and renew our faith. Lord, we pray for vision. Pray your vision fill our lives as we seek to reveal your love. May every action be done in love. For this is my prayer for our community, serve with love. We ask all this in his glorious name. Amen.
The cadet presenting the national colors tonight will be introduced by Colonel Rodney Scott Robinson from Fort Myers High School's JROTC program. Colonel Robinson retired from the Army in March 2010 after 29 years of service. Colonel Robinson has been a Lee County JROTC instructor since July of 2012.
Thank you. The national colors for our Pledge of Allegiance tonight are presented by Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Caroline Atwood. Miss Atwood is both the Green Wave Cadet Battalion Commander as well as the academic team captain. She has a 3.98 unweighted GPA in the IB program and scored 5s on all 5 of her AP exams, earning the AP Scholar with Distinction Award. Miss Atwood has a passion for languages, studying 5 different languages on her own. She attended the Dartmouth College Rossius Accelerated Language Program for Arabic 2 years ago, and this last year studied at the Geneva School of Diplomacy this last summer. She will attend Dartmouth College or Georgetown University in the fall to study global health and military science. Her long-term plans include medical school or a master's in global health. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation under God, indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated.
But not us.
I would like to invite Mr. Marshall Bauer, President of the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, and Mr. Jeff Whitley to please join me at the lectern. Take Stock in Children is a locally implemented scholarship program in the state of Florida that targets low-income, at-risk students in the Lee County Public Schools. Every day, our local community members are volunteering their time to provide consistent, supportive, and guiding hands to our young people. The guidance of an adult mentor can help each child discover and unlock his or her full potential. Community members give generously of themselves and demonstrate their strong commitment to quality education in the school district of Lee County. One promise of the program is to match students with a caring adult mentor. Jeff Whitley and Shelley Barth are two examples of such mentors. You are Jeff Whitley, and Shelley is not here. Okay, Shelley is not able to join us this evening. Both vigilantly dedicate their time to enhancing and enriching the education of Take Stock in Children scholars, enabling them to reach high school graduation and begin college. Jeff and Shelley demonstrate the effectiveness that a mentor can have in the life of a student, and we are proud to honor them for their service to our community. In collaboration with the Foundation for Lee County Public Schools, the school board and superintendent are pleased to recognize Jeff Whitley and Shelley Barth for their dedication and commitment to the students of Lee County. Thank you very much.
First off, I'd like to thank the foundation for the great job they do for these kids that are at risk. It means a lot to them, and this means a lot to me also. So thank you.
I would like for Miss Tammy Scott, Intervention Specialist, Academic Services, to join me at the lectern. Thank you. Florida Positive Behavioral Interventions and Support Project Model Schools, or PBIS, is the application of evidence-based strategies to assist schools in increasing academic performance and safety, decreasing problem behavior, and establishing positive school cultures. Specific characteristics of PBIS model schools are their consistent methods of utilizing their data to better serve students and staff, teaching PBIS to new students throughout the school year, establishing creative and engaging reward systems, extending PBIS throughout the campus and partnering with the community, and incorporating PBIS in daily activities across all available teaching opportunities. This year, 11 district schools are being recognized for their dedication to the Florida Positive Behavioral Interventions and Support PBIS project. As I announce the names of the schools, I would like the representatives from each to come forward. Bayshore Elementary, Bonita Springs Elementary School. They're right here. Cape Elementary School. Fort Myers High School. Thank you, you too. A. Cafferata Junior Elementary School. J. English Elementary School. Okay, sorry. Guys, can you come in front for the picture? Yeah. Orange River Elementary School. Small contingent from River Hall Elementary School. Three Oaks Middle School. Trafalgar Elementary School. And Trafalgar Middle School. I got one last thing to read. We are proud to recognize these 11 schools for being named Positive Behavior Support Model Schools for 2015-2016, and we applaud their commitment to the PBIS initiative.
Thank you all. The next item on the agenda is public comment. Mr. Martin, please address the agenda item of public comment.
School board policy provides the opportunity at this point in the meeting to address the board concerning any matter on this meeting's agenda or any other matter relevant to the operation of the school district. If you completed a card and submitted that to me before the meeting began, you'll be called in the order of the cards submitted. If you did not submit a card but still wish to address the school board this evening, the school board chair, Ms. Fisher, will give you an opportunity in a moment to express that desire. The rules concerning public comment to the board are posted at the back of the room. The board does not respond during public comment time to remarks made by speakers. At the conclusion of public comment time, the school board chair may address concerns raised by speakers or may assign responsibility to the superintendent to do so. Speakers are expected to act in a respectful manner. Those who fail to do so after being warned by the meeting chair may be required to leave the meeting. Disruptive attacks on individuals are prohibited. The time allowed per speaker is 3 minutes. Ms. Fisher, I have 4 cards this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Is there anyone on the right side of the auditorium who did not fill out a card and wishes to speak? Anyone on the left side? Ms. Ware? Thank you. Mr. Martin, please call the first card.
Geprin Dervahanian.
Good evening. Yep, I'm Dare Vahanian, Lehigh Acres, Florida. Few comments I want to make. First one is on Communist Common Core. I hope this board gets on it, gets rid of it. We got a president that's going to try to get rid of it. You should start right here. Let's get rid of this communist education system. Second thing, there's talk about building schools out, one in Elva. I need money for those schools. I don't want no sales tax increase. I live in Lehigh, we're not a rich area. Sale tax out. Second thing, we should go into impact fees. Go to commissioners. Your job is to go to those commissioners and tell them to raise those impact fees. That's your job. Let's get that money through impact fees. Third thing I want to say is January 13th is Jackson Lee Day. The 19th is Robert E. Lee's birthday. Now, I don't know if this school system honors this great general. This guy helped win the American-Mexican War. He was top of his class at the academy. This man is an honored general. And if our school system doesn't honor the man that says Lee County District, Lee County Schools, Lee County Board Roads, why this school system doesn't have a day for this great general. That's my comments. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brenda March.
Good evening, Dr. Atkins and honored school board members. Thank you for having me this evening. Brenda March from Malvern, Pennsylvania. I just wanted to say how much I enjoyed your presentation at the beginning. The students were lovely. And as the students said, Florida is the best state, and I do agree with that, even though I live in Pennsylvania. But I spend time down here, and I do educational consulting in Pennsylvania. I've recently released a book, The Project of You Beyond High School, Mastering the 5 Key Skills for Success. And I've been working with some districts in Pennsylvania to create some customized programs for their students. Big concerns in the book are around career exploration and self-awareness, communications training. We all know that businesses are currently seeking students who have the critical thinking skills, the communication skills, and the collaboration skills. And I go into some of this in the book, and I work with, as I said, pretty much 8th grade through high school level, through senior year of high school, just helping them decide on what their next path looks like, and that's much of what I cover in the book. So I've brought a copy of the book to leave with the superintendent, or I'll leave it with you, as well as some materials for each member of the school board. Please feel free to reach out to me. My cards are in here. If there's anything I can do, and as I said, I'm very impressed with everything I've seen and heard here today. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Zania Hawkins.
Members of the school board, my name is Zania Hawkins, Cape Coral, Florida. My family is here today to ask for your approval to allow our child to be put in a team roster at Ida Baker under undue hardship waiver per the FHSAA Transfer Regulations Exception Rule D for good cause established by the school board. My son transferred high school due to the bullying and harassment he received under the Mariner basketball head coach, James Harris. Because my son is a junior, not only is he required to leave in the middle of the school year in order to attend the new school for his senior year, he must also leave in the middle of the basketball season in order to escape the bullying and harassment. My son was severely and unfairly punished by being sick he was severely and unfairly punished for being sick by running the entire length of the football field over and over again until he can no longer run. He did this alone, and he did it in front of the entire team. Mind you, not long before that, he was rushed to the emergency room due to falling from vertigo and severe dehydration due to constant vomiting, which was brought on by a severe viral infection. After I advised the coach of what happened to my son's rapid decline in health, he kept texting my son without our knowledge and questioned whether he was really sick. Somehow, because of my son's fear, he convinced him to return to school despite of still being weak from illness. Why? Because a coach wants him for the upcoming game. There are plenty other indications that my son was not adjusting well to the Mariner program. He kept telling us that the coach always called him a transfer, an outsider, and other names to point out that he is yet to belong to the team. Both my husband and I have also witnessed these remarks. As a result, he pretty much kept to himself or just hung out with another kid who is in the same situation as him. My son holds a 3.2 GPA and have never been written up or ever been in trouble, yet Coach Harris spread false claim that my son was a bad seed to other people for whatever reasons. Throughout his stay in Mariner, he has been vindictively and falsely labeled in a negative light. But for the interest of time, I just wanted to let you all know that because of unfortunate circumstances in which my child is in no way at fault, he is unnecessarily being disadvantaged directly due to adverse actions by the faculty member and the policy in which this county had imposed. My son is a good kid. He deserves to play without the clout of negativity, embarrassment, isolation, and harassment he received from Mariner. I implore you, please, the school board, to please reconsider the superintendent's previous decision and allow him the opportunity to play and compete for an athletic college scholarship for his future. Thank you.
Kevin Hawkins, Sr.
Good morning, school board members. My name is Kevin Hawkins. I'm a parent and a concerned citizen of the community. I have two issues to discuss. One, the revised school choice policy, which required juniors to leave in the middle of the school year and leave in the middle of the basketball season. Two, as my wife said, the ongoing bullying and harassment by educators at Mariner High School. For the record, I've been trying to resolve this matter for 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure everybody on the board knows my name. They've received emails from me. Superintendent Atkins, every board member on here, I've emailed everyone. And only one board member responded to me. The first matter should have easily had this issue resolved. It was strictly an administrative error. When the county revised their school choice policy that said juniors had to leave in the middle of the school year and had to leave in the middle of the season or they were stuck. That was their last chance to transfer because seniors wasn't getting a chance to transfer anymore. It had been done during the junior year. The policy never ever stated in no form or fashion anything about eligibility and never stated anything. If you transfer and follow this policy, you will not be able to play at your new school. It was required to tell kids and their parents that if you leave on this policy, that you're not going to be able to play at your new school. They had an obligation to basically tell us there's going to be some harm. You cannot on one end say, follow our policies, and then we follow the policy. Then you say, I'm going to use another policy to say you're ineligible. And for the superintendent to tell me and my wife and my son that he's basically, until the investigation concludes, then I may or may not look at whether or not he can play basketball. However, the same coach, Coach James Harris, who have bullied and harassed kids for years, I found out, is still coaching. There's a history at Mariner High School that kids leave every year. Every year transfers leave from under him. But you know there's one consistent factor. The same coach, James Harris, is there. So let me tell you something. There's got to be a problem with the coach if kids transfer every year from this coach after playing under him. I'm going to mention something, and I'll try my best to keep my emotions intact. When a superintendent says to a parent and only uses half of a sentence in a policy that says, since the kid played at another school that year, he cannot transfer to another school and play at that school, period, pretty much no exceptions, That's just distasteful. It's unprofessional. It's uncaring. Period. I request that the school board
Thank
let
you,
these
Mr. Hawkins.
kids
Your time is up, sir.
under undue hardship play.
Those are all the cards, Ms. Fisher.
Thank you very much. Jerry Ware, please step forward.
To Dr. Atkins and our school board. I just merely came this evening to introduce myself to the new ones and to say to you that you'll be seeing more of me. And I do want to say on a serious note, as I listen to the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance, it really brought to my mind is that justice for all. As I seek to help make a difference in our failing schools, that's what makes me wonder, is that justice for all? Because as I noticed you at the PBIS people in front of you tonight, and I know that this is taking place at James Stevens because I frequent there a lot. I'm over there not to antagonize, but to help, to promote that school. And Mr. Savage can tell you that I work diligently along with others to help promote that school. So what I'm asking you new school board members is to pay attention to our concerns for the failing schools. I serve on that committee, gladly, that are trying to make an effort to turn these failing schools around. So I want to encourage the new ones to really pay attention when I address you about a concern about our failing schools and do as much as you can to assist the entire board and the superintendent to promote not only James Stevens, but all of our failing schools so that our children can have a quality education, all of them. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is approval of action items in the agenda under consent. Board members, are there any agenda items you wish to pull for discussion under the unfinished business or tabled items portion of the agenda? Mrs. Morgan?
I have none.
Dr. Kuckel?
None.
Mrs. LaRiviere?
None.
Mr. Toiber?
I have none.
Ms. Patrica?
None.
Mrs. Giovanelli?
I have none.
And I have none. Is there a motion to approve the agenda's consent items this evening?
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Patrica and supported by Mrs. Morgan. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0. Included in the approval of the consent items on the agenda are the resolutions proclaiming February 2017 as Career and Technical Education Month, also Florida School Volunteer Month, as well as Black History Month. Dr. Atkins, will you please introduce any administrators in attendance with new assignments?
Yes, Madam Chair. First of all, Larry Fisher, Trafalgar Middle School teacher, moving to Veterans Park Academy for the Arts Assistant Principal. And then I just want to mention Matt Manderas, who is down here in Academic Services, has moved out to Varsity Lakes Middle as principal. He's not able to attend this evening because he's on duty at school. So,
It should be.
so thank you.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is Superintendent's recommendations. Dr. Atkins, will you please state your first recommendation?
First recommendation is I recommend board approval of Vision 2020, the 2017-2020 District Strategic Plan at a cost to be determined as action plans are finalized.
Thank you. Board members, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Dr. Kuckel and seconded by Ms. LaRiviere. Mr. Toiber. Okay, any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 7-0. Next item, Dr. Atkins.
Next recommendation, I recommend board approval of the audited comprehensive annual financial report for the school district of Lee County for fiscal year ended June 30, 2016.
Thank you. Board members, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. LaRiviere,
Second.
second by Mrs. Patrica, any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 7-0. Next item.
I recommend board approval to award the bid for vehicle parts and service for the district's fleet of buses and light and medium-duty vehicles to Chalk's Truck Parts, Florida Transportation Services, Inc., J&K Auto Parts, Inc., Reliable Transmission Services, RF School Bus Parts, Southeast Power Systems of Fort Myers, Inc., Total Truck Parts, Inc., Transdiesel of Lakeland, Inc., and Wallace International Trucks, Inc., as indicated on the attached proposal tabulation. The RFP will be effective for the period of January 24th, 2017 through January 23rd, 2020, with renewal options for 3 additional one-year periods upon written agreement of the vendors and the district at an estimated expenditure of $4 million for the first year. Approval authorizes the superintendent to execute all related documents.
Board members, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mrs. Morgan, seconded by Dr. Kuckel. Any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0. Next on the agenda is public hearings. Before closing the regular meeting and opening public hearing, Dr. Atkins will present his recommendations for this evening's public hearing items. Dr. Atkins.
Okay, first recommendation, I recommend board approval of the revision of policy 1.02, school board membership, to accurately reflect the membership of the school board. The effective date of this adoption shall be Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. I recommend board approval of the revisions to policy 4.35, Head Start eligibility, recruitment, selection, and enrollment, to be in compliance with the new federal Head Start performance standards, 45 Code of Federal Regulations, Part 1305 on eligibility, recruitment, and selection and enrollment. The criteria must be reviewed each year and amended if necessary. An eligibility committee comprised of Head Start parents, staff, and community will review the current criteria. The community assessment drives program decision and forms the work of the eligibility committee, which then determines whether the criteria needs amended. The effective date of this revision shall be Wednesday, January 25th, 2017. Next is I recommend board approval of the revisions to the 2016-17 plan for student assignment to reflect the official naming of the new South Zone High School from High School LLL to Bonita Springs High School, as approved at the November 22nd, 2016 school board meeting. The effective date of this adoption shall be Wednesday, January 25th, 2017.
Thank you, Dr. Atkins. At this time, the public will be invited to speak on these 3 items. The time allowed for comment is 3 minutes. Is there anyone in the right section who wishes to speak? Anyone on the left? Seeing none, I will now close this public hearing and reconvene the regular school board meeting of January 24th, 2017. And now, Dr. Atkins, please restate your recommendations for this evening's public hearing items.
The first recommendation, I recommend board approval of the revision of policy 1.02, school board membership, to accurately reflect the membership of the school board. The effective date of this adoption shall be Wednesday, January 25th, 2017.
Board members, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Toiber and second by
Ms. Morgan.
Dr. Kuckel. Any discussion? I just want to say welcome to our new school board members, and we look forward to serving with you.
Thanks.
Thank you. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries 7-0. Next item, Dr. Atkins.
Okay, next one is I recommend board approval of the revisions to policy 4.35, Head Start eligibility, recruitment, selection, and enrollment, to be in compliance with the new federal Head Start performance standards, 45 Code of Federal Regulations, Part 1305 on eligibility, recruitment, selection, and enrollment. The criteria must be reviewed each year and amended if necessary. An eligibility committee comprised of Head Start, early Head Start parents, staff, and community review the current criteria. The community assessment drives the program decisions and informs the work of the eligibility committee, which then determines whether the criteria needs amendment. The effective date of this revision shall be Wednesday, January 25th, 2017.
Thank you very much. Board members, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Mrs. Morgan, second by Mrs. LaRiviere. Any discussion on this? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 7-0.
All right,
Final
next
item.
one's a little shorter, so I can read this one. I recommend board approval of the revisions to the 2016-17 plan for student assignment to reflect the official naming of the new South Zone High School from High School LLL to Bonita Springs High School as approved at the November 22nd, 2016 school board meeting. The effective date of this adoption shall be Wednesday, January 25th, 2017.
Thank you. Board members, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Moved by Mrs. Patrica,
Second.
second by
Ms. Morgan,
Mrs. Morgan. Thank you. Any discussion?
need motion cards.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 7-0. That concludes that portion of the agenda. Now, we're moving on to board member comments. We'll start with Mrs. Morgan.
I had a call from Lee Swift just before we came into the meeting this afternoon. He apparently has been talking to Sarasota and Charlotte about doing a master board training in Charlotte, where they have a professional development center. They are interested in doing a joint meeting late April, early May. He would just like the board to give him some dates that he can work with his board and the Sarasota board. So I would have brought it to you, but I talked to him just before we came in. So.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay, we'll look into that.
That's it for
Oh,
me.
that's it. Okay, thank you very much. Dr. Kuckel.
I just want to say how proud I am to be a part of this district under the superintendency of Dr. Atkins, and with this new 7-member board. This 2020 vision that we passed tonight, we just kind of slipped right by, but it is our formula for becoming a world-class school system. And I truly believe that's the direction that we're going to take, and it will be a speedy travel. And I'm also very proud of our Budget and Finance Department. We approved the audit, and everybody needs to know that there were no findings and no recommendations. It was a clean audit. We're doing our job the way we should be. That's it.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kuckel. Mrs. LaRiviere.
Just a thank you to the schools that were here tonight that received their awards for what they're implementing for positive behavior, and for doing everything they can to help our students become as successful as they can be. So I appreciate all of them for what they do. And and I'm excited that we can possibly bring the 3 counties together and do master board together. I think that would be a wonderful opportunity. And otherwise, no comment. No other comments.
Thank you very much. Mr. Toiber.
Thank you. I just thank you, Ms. Morgan, for Mr. Swift. I'm glad to see that he is coming along great and taking the charge, because he is a great leader in Charlotte. And if he's seeing this or hears this, we all wish him to continue his quest, and his health continues, because we definitely need him in our state. So that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Ms. Patrica.
I have no comments.
Mrs. Giovanelli.
I really don't have any either, other than to Mrs. Weir that I ran a campaign to be here, and I am here for justice for all. So I will be right there with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, Adam, comments?
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for allowing me to attend this meeting. This is a new experience for me, and I think I can learn in a big way from this. Before I attended this meeting, I was eager to learn more about this great educational system that has affected me all throughout my learning years. I have enjoyed having this opportunity to be here and being a part of the Student Advisory Committee. This experience has definitely impacted me in a positive way. Thank you for this opportunity to represent the Student Advisory Committee.
Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate all of your work. And I just want to thank all of the students, parents, families, and staff who work so hard to make this such a great school district, and to appreciate our entertainment from Pelican Elementary, and also to recognize the PBIS schools. Positive behavior support is definitely a program that is worth following. And thank you again, Adam, for taking your time to work with us on this board. We appreciate it. Thank you. Mr. Martin.
Nothing this evening, thank you.
Dr. Adkins.
Just a couple quick comments. First of all, just want to again put a plug out for Million Mile Movement. We continue to be at the top of the leaderboard, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think the current total right now is 8,866 miles, so that's pretty good. Very happy about that, and so would encourage everybody to continue to log those miles and participate. Secondly, I did want to mention just to Mrs. Ware, James Stevens, we just had our Q2 data dialogues, and just happy to report that went extremely well. The progress that some of our students are making at James Stevens, many of our students, particularly at the 4th and 5th grade level, is just pretty phenomenal. Mr. Savage, I should say, is doing a fantastic job, and if you look at how he compares to the rest of the district and actually across the state, I think it's pretty phenomenal what he's accomplishing out there in just a relatively short period of time. And the last piece, I want to put in, again, a plug for Project Yes and the work that the schools are doing to present to that particular program. I think you're going to continue to see improvement in a lot of areas that have to do with student conduct and behavior. You're looking already across the district at an average of about a 30 to 35% decrease in out-of-school suspension, and some of the results at some of the schools in particular is just incredible. So I'm just very happy that the community is certainly supporting us in this effort, and I think with their help we're going to achieve even greater results. So thank you.
Thank you very much. On Monday, the February 6th, there is a school board briefing meeting at 2 p.m. as well as a school board action meeting at 6 p.m. At this point, having no other business to come before this body, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So move.
Moved by Dr. Kuckel,
Second.
second by Mrs. LaRiviere. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much, and everyone please get home safe.